If your planner looks cute, but the week still feels very chaotic, then this video is for you. I'm planning my less pressure weekly spread, and I'm going to show you how to use my stickers for purpose system. It's got icons for meals, for self-care, and for that one declutter zone we're working on, as well as we're going to be using those full cute full boxes as boundaries so that the week still stays doable. Now, we're going to accomplish all of this using the most adorable, every minute a story, cute, bright time set. Hey friends, I'm Berg, and I help overwhelmed women feel more calm, cozy, and capable when life gets loud using planners, stickers, and simple everyday routines. Quick note, I'm not a professional. I'm just sharing what's helped me keep my stress lower. Today, we're setting up my weekly spread for January 12th through the 18th, and we're doing it the less pressure style. It'll be cute, functional, and realistic. And I'm using the Bright Time sticker kit from Every Minute a Story. I'm also going to be showing you my stickers with a purpose system, because stickers aren't just decorations around here, they're decisions. Okay, here's the spread. This is what we're going to be using to build a week that looks full and fun but isn't overbooked. Now, the calm habit for this week is going to be boundaries and buffers, and I'm going to be using these full boxes here to protect my peace. Now, as we go, I'll be pointing out my sticker code. I've got one for meals, one for self-care, one for organization, and one for family time and connection. I've also got one for my bedtime. Now, using these stickers will help my brain when I look at this to visually read the week at a glance, because I'll know what these mean. I love this Bright Times kit because it's cheerful but not loud. It gives calm, it gives cute, instead of chaotic January. The colors are so pastel and they're very calming and soothing. So first, I'm going to lay down foundation. It's going to be date covers, a little washi, a few decorative pieces. So before I even fill in a bunch of tasks, I'm going to place a few full boxes because full boxes are not just decorations, they're boundaries. If you fill every inch of this week up, your nervous system feels stressed before Monday even gets here. I like to add full boxes where I'm tempted to overbook myself. Now, this is me saying, nope, this has got to be a normal human week, not overdoing it. So I add this to days where I need buffers. Busy days, days with work, plus other appointments. You know, if I've got a big, like I have a friend's lunch here, and I don't want to be rattled or overbooked so that I can't enjoy my friend's lunch. That's on Thursday. And then I have a long hair appointment on Friday. So I don't want to be expecting that I'll be doing a lot of things on here. So let's put a thing here. And then on the weekends, I like to keep my weekends nice and calm. So what I'll do is I actually put these together. I'm gonna add our weekend. This is just my reminder to take one day at a time, to calm, and just not to overdo it on the weekends. Isn't this great? So again, these have a purpose. It's not just me putting down decorations, which I love to do, and I can do now, but these also take up space. So I'm reminding myself not to fill these days up. These are hectic. I've got big plans already. Let's not overdo it. Now it's time to set up my sidebar, and this becomes my calm, capable, and cozy corner because it's got the big picture view that keeps my brain from spinning all over the place. Let's start. I always have a gratitude section, and this week I'm going to do a little something different with gratitude. I'm kind of excited about it. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Usually I put it down at the bottom, but I've got some things that I want to put down here this time. So I'm going to do it up here, and we're going to put some little things right up at the top so that then I can see it as I'm doing my week. So we're going to put gratitude, thankful, blessed. And we're going to take these little things and we're going to put in between them. It's going to be cute. So gratitude, thankful, and blessed. And then I'm going to put two little dots. And then I will write stuff each day, and then I'll put a little icon between them. So it'll be all across the top. Isn't that going to be cute? And that's going to keep me on an even keel. First, I always keep a small gratitude section for my sidebar. Not because I'm trying to be Pinterest perfect, but because it shifts the tone of the week. I keep it simple. I'm going to do these 3 words up here this time, and then I'll write 3 to 5 things during the week that I'm grateful for. Now, even on messy weeks, there's always something small that you can find: a warm cup of coffee, a good text from a friend, a moment of quiet. And I want my planner to reflect this and remind me of those moments. Next, I have my master list of events that I like to put up here, and this is going to be part of my capable section. Calm plus cozy plus capable. And this is just going to remind me of why I have this section and what I'm doing in life. Isn't that cute? Now, the first thing we're going to put here is a master list of events, and this is going to be my capable section. So I'm going to do this right here. This is my secret weapon for my overwhelmed brain. I write events here first, appointments, things that I've got to get done, just big things that are happening within the week, and then I copy them into these boxes. That way I see them twice and I don't forget things. I'm getting connected to the things that are going to be happening. And this is for anyone whose brain goes, you know, I know I'm forgetting something, which is just like mine. All right, so I'm going to put this week up here. Now I'm going to put my top 3, and then let me list those. My top 3 this week is going to be Creative Cove. I'm going to do my ladies' lunch. It's going to be a highlight. And then I have got my haircut. Ooh, I love my haircut. That is definitely my top 3. Now I'm going to do a tiny change, which is going to be 10 p.m. bedtime. And see, these are small. I don't want them too big. I don't want them to take up the whole thing, but they're reminders, and I can see them as I look down. And this is going to be a simple win. One small win. Now here's the less pressure rule that I use. If I cannot do it on a Tired Tuesday, it's not tiny, right? It's too big. So just remember that. All right, let's put the section divider here. These snowflakes are pretty. I like them a lot. Now remember, this tiny change ties to my dashboard. It's one of the tiny changes I'm working on this month. Now we're going to do the calm part, and I'm going to put this right here, and we're going to first list the habit of the week. And so let's list that here. habit of the week. And then we're going to list under there. My habit this week is boundaries and buffers. This is to remind me to intentionally leave breathing room, and I'm using the full boxes to protect this breathing room. Now, let's add our minimum baseline here just so that we can remember those are the things we do minimally, if nothing else. If it's too busy of a week for us, I'm going to put that right here, this, and we're going to put minimum baseline here. All right, so now we're going to do our minimum baseline, and let's divvy that up. Now, if life gets loud, this is the minimum that I do. It's my minimum baseline. So let me write these down. I've got to pick 2 dinners. Then I need to do my bedtime routine and do 10 minutes of movement. And remember, these support my tiny changes from my dashboard. And it's the baseline. It keeps me from quitting. You don't fall off, you just drop, and it still counts. Now for my favorite part. This is my Calm Week code. I'm using stickers as icons, so planning is much faster. I've got one for meals, one for self-care, one for decluttering or organization. I've got a bedtime one and family connection time. You can use cupcakes, little symbols, characters, anything. What matters is that you keep the meaning consistent. So first we'll do some meals, and I'm going to put down the meals that I'm going to cook. This for the cupcakes, and we'll do that, and then this, and then I'll quickly just write a couple of ideas. This takes the whole guesswork out of what you're cooking, and it makes the week go faster. Taco bowls, how about some bunless burgers, and then we'll go with soup and salad. So see, visually, when I look down, I know I am cooking on this night. This is not my full meal plan. It's just enough structure to make the week easier. Next, we're gonna do the declutter organization one, and that's my horn. And my area or my zone is going to be the kitchen, and I'm going to have time to do that probably on Thursday after the luncheon. And I'm gonna do a pantry shelf, so 10 minutes pantry I'm gonna write. And then I will do 10 minutes junk drawer. So one small win counts. One of these, it counts. Okay, this is one small space, and it's going to be big relief. So this is how I keep my stress lower, just simple systems just like this. So when I visually look, I can see exactly how the week is playing out, and it helps. One more thing about these. These tie to my monthly dashboard where I have my low carb meals, and these are all suggestions from that. So it makes it simple. I'm tying everything into the week. I can go back and look and take all of these things. Now, self-care. I'm going to put 1 or 2 of these little penguin icons right on the week, because self-care is not a mood, it's a scheduled plan. Now, if you watched my dashboard video, this ties into my self-care tracker. When I do it, I add a snowflake, and it turns it into a game instead of a chore. So I'm going to do a little self-care. I'm going to do that on Tuesday. Let's do puzzle time. Then I'm going to do a facial on Friday. That would be nice for the weekend. And these just take about 10 minutes. I can take 30 minutes to do my puzzle, an hour, whatever. It's just relaxing during the night. It's very, very nice. All right, now, I like a one icon for family time or connection, because relationships are part of a calm life too. And it can be anything. We can do a dinner, a phone call, a game night, anything that makes the week feel warm. So I think family time, let's do the 14th. Let's put some family time there. And then I always like to do family time on a Saturday. Maybe we'll do a pickleball or something. So I'm planning in my family time now. I've got my self-care, my organization, and my meals done. Now I'm gonna add my normal things for the week. Let's start with our basics. Got a payday on the 15th. We need to let ourselves know that's coming. So that's important. We have got our dry cleaning, which, if you've seen my other videos, you know that is on Wednesday. And then we have trash day. These pretty colors. I love these colors on this. This is where we're planning real life, not perfection. We're getting all of our little things down that are going to happen during the week that are normally happening, getting things ready and organized mentally for ourselves. And these stickers add a lot to it. They help you figure out what's the best time to do what and make sure you don't miss anything. We'll do our organized home up here. We're going to do a 10-minute clean here. You need to remind yourself to do your 10-minute cleans. But this is a special reason because we have the cleaning ladies coming. So the cleaning ladies come on Tuesday. So we're going to put that here. And we're going to put cleaning. Let's get our work down because that's going to be important to note. We do that 3 days a week. Usually work on these 3 days. These days get very busy very quickly, and that's why we want to add these boxes to prevent this from overscheduling ourselves. We have to pay a bill. We've got the lawn people and they come usually on Friday. So I'm gonna put this here. So I'm gonna put it under here. And then I know I've got to pay the lawn people on Friday. We've got our work. Now, let's put in our appointments. We do have church as well. That down. Forgot to put church. That is usually 9 to 11:30. I have a meeting here, and this is called Creators Cove. So let's see. That's at 1. And this is my creative group that I'm in, and I am on the hot seat. So I'm going to put hot seat under there. I've got my little sticker for that. Keeps me knowing what's happening. Let me get my work stickers up here. Here it is, the ladies' lunch. Aren't these cute stickers? I just love these. So I'm gonna have a busy day on the 15th. Ladies' lunch, and that starts at 11. In the mornings, I'm not gonna have time to do anything. So when I get home, I can do a quick 10-minute organization, and then I'm gonna be making a reaping salad. I'm leaving lots of white space. And we'll go back and delineate these in a minute. It's my haircut day. That is the Fun Friday. That is Fun Friday is what that is. And that starts at 11:15. Let's make it a fun little banner thing. Haircut. And that is 11:15. And then this is a little Winston. This is my Nightingale Paper Company Winston's. That's a Judan also. And that's Coffee Monster Co. Family time is something. Once More with Love. I have a meeting after church. There's my little meeting sticker. And that is for greeters training. And that is everything. So let's put some space in here. I'll show you a neat trick that you can do with these little pens that will help you note things on the calendar. You make lines, kind of blocks it off. Now, as you can see, I've got plenty of white space in here. One other thing I want to plan while we're here, some bedtimes. I'm supposed to try to get to bed early at 10 o'clock, at least 3 times a week. So I haven't really planned that. And if I don't plan it, I won't do it. This is space up here. I usually put my coffee time. So I like to leave space for that. Let's look at bedtime because that is important. And these are lightly inked. Let's try Monday. That would be a good day because I'm probably going to be tired. This means 10 o'clock. Remember, this is part of my small changes. Wednesday looks like probably a good day as well to do my 10 o'clocks. Thursday seems like it's going to be a fun day, but also kind of busy. That might be a good day to try to get in bed on time. So I'll put that here and 10. We're going to put these reminders up here to have happy thoughts, enjoy today, thankful and blessed. Just as a reminder to ourselves. Now, isn't this great? It is cute, but it's functional. And this is how I lower my stress. All these little simple systems, these icons, when I visually look at this, I know exactly what's going on in the day because I know which icon means what, and I can visually see it. So it helps me, and it helps me control the day because I'm doing the vertical. For some reason in my brain, it stops. If I do that horizontal look, I think the day just keeps going on and on and on. So this is the best method for me, the vertical plans. Now we've planned our buffer space in here, and that's so good for us. I have these cheerleader stickers. If I get a win or something in the week, I will put and note those on here. These are from Coffee Monster Co. I love them. If I get a phone call from my daughter, or maybe I just had a great text, or something great happens, or I just had a fun time with my family, I'll put a little cheerleader icon on there. So just to keep myself reminded of the good stuff. Now each day I can come back to here and add more things as I need to. I've got plenty of extra little stickers that I can use. We've left plenty of white space So we're not overstressed or overwhelmed. Each morning I can come in and look at this, make my day plan, add any of my bucket list items that I want to for that day, and then move forward in a calm, capable fashion. Remember, when things get really loud, you can always hit this minimum baseline. So you're not quitting, you're not falling off, you're just dropping it to still counts. We've got my gratitude, thankful, and blessed section up here. And I added this strip across the top because it keeps you grounded when the week gets loud. What is coming up this week, so you're not going to drop or forget anything because you've already written it here as well as in here. You've got space to add the things that you need to add. All right, here is the finished week. It's full, it's cute, but not overbooked. I've got my meals, and these ideas came from my monthly sidebar, and then I assign them to specific days. This way, dinners don't become that 5 p.m. panic. I've got this week's declutter pick, which comes from the name it and claim it list on the monthly. It's one tiny zone, one tiny win. I've written all my events on the sidebar first, then copied them into the day boxes because seeing it twice keeps me from forgetting. I've got my self-care icons. When I actually do it, I get to mark it on my dashboard tracker, and it keeps this fun and realistic. If you haven't watched it yet, I've got a less pressure dashboard as well as the monthly setup. Those will be linked below, and this weekly pulls from those two. The dashboard sets the intention, the monthly holds the big picture, and the weekly is where it all gets real. Hey, I've had such a great time today, and I really thank you for spending a little calm time with me. Now, if this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. I really would love it and appreciate it. And now, let's take a deep breath, be kind to yourself, and let's keep it calm, cozy, and capable. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.